When my mother forgets a word, she is the queen of coming up with new words. Words that don't want to exist. And yet here they are. I was talking to her the other day, and she said this. They added one of those things at the mall. It's like the come with me's. The what you call them? It's like the come with me's if you want to leaves. I just don't feel like that's anything. No, look at me. It goes like this. Did they add snakes to your mall? What? Mm-mm. It is a device. It helps with the gift of human ascension. Did the rapture happen while you were at Ross? You are not working with me. Okay, think of if the electric slide was a little bumpy. Is it escalators? Did they add escalators? Yes, they added a new escalator. It's pretty nice. Wonderful. Now you can optimize your Ross and Marshalls trips. I see. I can shop so fast now. I'm just happy that you're happy. When my mother forgets a word, she is the queen of coming up with new words. Words that are starting to worry the family and the community. I was talking to her about buying Christmas gifts, and she said this. I wanted to get your little cousin a gift, but I don't know how to search for it. It's like a falling experience. You can't get her skydiving. She's 3. You know I don't want to throw the baby out of a plane. Don't assume what I know and what I don't. It is a device that is like, my child is falling. It's for childhood fun. You keep saying stuff like that, they're not going to let you be part of these kids' childhood anymore. It is a toy where you drop the kid and it's like, wee, goodbye, son. It goes like this. It's a slide. It's a slide, right? Yes, Alexa, order a slide. You're not going to tell her what size? When my mother forgets a word, she is the queen of coming up with new words. Words that laugh in the face of God and science. She got home from work once and said this. I saw one of those balloons with way too much attitude today. What are those called? I don't know if I can help you with that. I don't really know if anybody can help you with that. I'm gonna need more info. Oh, come on. It's a balloon, like Macy's Day Parade, but he was twerking or something. Okay, I guess I haven't seen the parade in a minute. Where did you see this? At Toyotathon. At Toyotathon, okay. Yes, they had a dancing, prancing, twerking boy. Selling cars he was. You can't talk about people like that. No, he wasn't a person. He was like a balloon. Okay. I think what you saw was a wacky, waving, inflatable, arm-flailing tube man. Really? That's what that thing is called? You can't get mad at me for not knowing that. What would that translate to in Spanish? El loco agitando los brazos inflables porque es un hombre de tubo. I don't want to play this game anymore. You'll be back. When my mother forgets a word, she is the queen of coming up with new words. Words that your English teacher would swear have a deeper meaning, but the deeper meaning is only to hurt you. She walked into my room once and she goes, what is that thing that is like a taxi of pain? I don't know, but it feels a little like you're threatening me. No, it's like a Uber, but no matter where you go, it hurts, and it's gonna cost you like $2,000. Well, that's just a horrible business plan. It's that car that is just like, woo, somebody's hurt. I don't want to tell you. Go woo at somebody else. Wee woo, get in, bitch, let me fix you. Wait, I remember. It's called an ambulance. Yeah, and in Spanish, it's called una ambulancia, not un taxi doloroso. I feel like you could have figured that one out. What, and missed this? Anyway, your cousin works in an ambulance now. You should call and congratulate. When my mother forgets a word, they're finally here. The horse tornado, headed straight for your home.
எங்க அம்மா அடிக்கடி சொல்லுவாங்க தம்பி.
When my mother forgets a word, the school just called. Somebody has a girlfriend. Wait, I'm a little confused. This one's a girl, right? Yes, that's why they called. They wanted to make us aware that our daughter may be a homosexual. Explain. You share one Lunchable with somebody. All of a sudden, nobody can act right. How did you get a girlfriend? Well, you may have heard around town, but I had an epic field day performance. No, I did hear about that at the gas station. 7 first place ribbons. That was you? Yeah, and after that, I'm not gonna lie to you, I had options. And Stacy holds the record for highest swing on the swing set. We belong together. Look, I don't care if it's a boy or a girl, but you're young. You don't need to be concerned about dating and relationships. Yeah, how old are you? Old enough to party. Okay, McLovin, but you need to focus on school. Whatever. You know they wouldn't have called you if I had a boyfriend. No, she's right. I'm calling them back. They're not gonna treat my child like this. Abi boo boo boo. May I talk to them? Okay, here you go. Listen, bitch. Aye. No, but she has a point. When my mother forgets a word, she is the queen of coming up with new words. When I first moved out of my parents' house, I moved in with some frat boys who needed a roommate. And they accepted me as one of their own, like their resident lesbian. And I really embraced that culture for a while. Like if you had been able to look into my soul, the essence of who I was at that time, it would have been wearing one of those beer hats with like the straws. How you doing, soul? Pumped. I learned a lot. I could write you a book on the intricacies of beer pong and like house rules. But now I live with my wife, and I have to forget everything they ever taught me if I don't want to end up divorced. My wife, thankfully, has been very patient, and she's taught me a lot. She's taught me, like, you don't have to go to the party being hosted in an empty pool behind an abandoned house. You could just have a couple friends over to your home and enjoy each other's company. And when you do that, 1, you get to pick the snacks, and 2, the party ends when you're sleepy. Now that's power. She and I will have long conversations in the night, and she'll be like, instead of drinking stale beer by the gallon, maybe you could have a relationship with your parents again. And I'll be like, I do miss those two. Or she'll be like, when your feelings are bad, instead of having an emotional support drinking game, maybe you could talk to somebody about how you're doing. And I'm like, I don't know, it sounds suspicious, but I'll try it, I guess. Maybe you guys can wish me luck in my metamorphosis. It's hard, because I'll go to a 7-Eleven and instinctively beeline to the tall boy section, and she has to be like, put it down. Put it down. When my mother forgets a word, she is the queen. I grew up in Puerto Rico and really into rock music, which confused my parents. My mom would be like, I never even heard of Aka Waka. And I'm like, it's because it's AC/DC. I guess it was probably weird to see this kid in paradise at the beach just with eyeliner like, what a shame, the poor groom's bride is she's a puta. My parents mainly listened to Spanish music. My dad was really into rap, but I grew up surrounded by reggaeton music, which is a music that mixes. I look like this. And men still hit on me. It's a confusing experience for everybody involved, but here's the thing. If they're not being rude, and I feel safe, I like to hear them out. I like to hear the pitch. Because, what's the worst that's gonna happen? They're gonna be my soulmate? And sure, I'm in a lesbian marriage, right? But if I told my wife that I met my soulmate in the candy aisle at Target, she would have questions. But I think she would let me go. She's that good of a woman. So here's how it'll usually go. They'll come up to me at the grocery store and just be like, excuse me, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. And I just have to be like, alright. But then they'll look at me like, I don't know what to do next. And I'm like, dude, you walked up to me. What, you need help? Here's why I find it confusing. I think I'm a very mask-presenting lesbian. But the men coming up to me, they have a bit of a macho vibe. And I don't want to presume to know anything about anybody's sexual orientation. Maybe they are coming up to me because my feminine beauty is like a siren song to them as I struggle to find the biggest bag of Sour Patch Kids in the store. I wouldn't judge if it was masculine beauty bringing them to me, though, because a lot of them do look up to me like, Puppy? Sorry. Puppy? Sorry. I know my face is very confusing. It's like the Bermuda Triangle. And I will say, I've had not so pleasant experiences, but I don't really want to focus on that right now. So here's how it'll usually end. They'll just be like, hey, do you think I could get your number? And I have to be like, well, I'm married to this woman over here. Sorry. And then I get to watch the slow realization wash over them that, oh, obviously that's what's going on here. I had a guy look at me once and be like, oh, word? And I was like, yeah, man, word. He was like, I'm so sorry I didn't catch that. And I was like, it's all right, buddy. We all had a big day today. I look like this. Happy Halloween season, or spooky season, as my mother might say. I heard you guys. And I got you the Halloween shirts you wanted. He's beautiful, isn't he? I know after the Los Heebie-Jeebies video, you guys got in the comments and were basically like, Des, if I don't receive this in shirt form within 5 to 12 business days, I'm not going to be responsible for my actions anymore. And I was like, all right, I will get right on that. One of my more frequently asked questions is Des short for D's nuts? Please tell us. And listen, I want the answer to be yes, I legally changed it. But I have a family, so D's nuts the third is gonna have to stay a dream. But I do want to clear something up because something has been brought to my attention. And that is that because of my username, a lot of you think my name is dez.thelez, like Lopez. You're going too fast, baby. You gotta rein it in, slow it down. Let's break it down, okay? Des. The lesbian. Wasn't supposed to be funny or creative. It was just supposed to be informative. Obviously didn't work. One of my more frequently asked questions is Des... Welcome to Des Gives You Questionable Advice. I would just like to say I'm not an expert, and you probably shouldn't trust me any more than you would a girl in the bar bathroom who you overshared with. That said, here are some of your questions. Des, how do I tell my husband that I want my own room? I don't want to separate. I just want my own bed. See, now I think you gotta hit him with that switcheroo. You get him a race car bed, then he won't want you in his room. Now, the real answer from someone who's been in a relationship for a while now is just you gotta talk so much. You gotta talk so much all the time about stuff. You gotta be honest and clear and ready for emotion, and maybe consider a guest room where you can have your you time. Like, I'm in my office right now, and this is where I go when I need me time, and where I keep my stuff that my wife hates, like my lava lamp, or there may not be a sword in here. Who could keep track? Next question. How do you find lesbians? I've run into a couple in the tofu aisle, and I think we're friends now, but I can also guarantee that there are a couple lesbians working the floor at your local Spirit Halloween right now. Put on like a rainbow pin or something, they'll find you. You just gotta be ready. Des, I'm finally moving out, but I'm stressed for money. Any advice? You're not gonna like this, but you better get real comfortable paying for things in quarters. I can't tell you how many times in my early 20s I had more money in change than I did in my bank account. And sure, the 7-Eleven guy's gonna hate you because you're counting nickels and it's taking a minute, but it's better than being hungry. Des, what has been the best part about marrying your significant other? Are they like your best friend? I'll just speak for me, but when you go to like a sleepover and you get this giggle fit at like 1 a.m. because everybody's gone delusional? That's what marrying your best friend can be like. My wife and I stayed up till like 2 a.m. the other day because I said that I thought an octopus was just a wet spider, and she had a lot of opinions about that. And there you go. I don't know that any of that was actually helpful, but I had a good time. And if you want to submit a question, you can go to my Instagram. I was updating my mom on my life and basically being like, I'm still gay. I love Halloween. That's like all I got going on right now. And she like took a second and she goes, okay, if an LGBT person, los GBDs if you will, los GBDs of course, if they love Halloween, would that then make them los heebie-jeebies? Did you just create a subgenre of GBD? Is that los heebie-jeebies, specifically a Halloween gay? I was thinking it's more like a seasonal flavor, like when they bring the McRib back. Oh, okay. It's like, this gay has some notes of pumpkin spice and like candy corn. Or like, those Russian dolls where you open it and there's like a smaller doll inside? You take a GBD, you open it, there's a heebie-jeebie inside. You could keep going forever. I was updating my mom on my life and... Where is my shirt? I don't know, Frozone. How about you go look for it for a second? I told you, if you stole my shirts again, I would superglue your entire bedroom door shut. I got nowhere to be. What, you don't think I'd stoop that low? I don't think anything of you, but I'm sure you'll still let me down. Can I have my shirt? Please. Ew, are you asking for it nicely? I don't even want it this way. Here. Sweet, dinner's ready. It's ravioli. Sweet. No. Where is my shirt? When my mother forgets a word, she is the queen of coming up with new words. I had a question about if you and your wife decide to have a baby. Because you're both ladies, ¿verdad? So I don't know how your kid is going to get a papi. Sure, okay, that's easy actually. We're gonna put a map to our kid's papi on the back of the Declaration of Independence. You're not being serious. This is serious. Grandma, you raised 3 kids with no papi. Well, actually, according to my dad, it was either no papi or a suspicious amount of poppies. But I don't judge you. Ay, tuche. But I already talked to Father Michael, and if you want the father figure, he said he would love to be a part of the kid's life. Okay, I'm gonna jump over the Catholic priest joke and just say that my wife and I don't want to be in a throuple with the Catholic Church. Jesus doesn't want to be in a relationship. I'm not sure how I made it out of my early 20s. And I know I already lost half of you watching because you're like, wow, Des, you are the oldest little 12-year-old Mexican boy I have ever seen. I'm a lesbian and I'm 27 and I don't know why I look like I should be singing Remember Me each time you hear a sad guitar. Anyway, sometimes I forget how much my life has actually changed since I was 21. Like I remember when I first moved out with roommates and all of our living room furniture was inflatable. Do you know what it's like to invite a girl over to your bounce house? It's not as sexy as you think it's gonna be. It also trips me out that I can afford stuff now. Not a lot, but it's better than when I was 23 and I went a whole month where I think I paid for everything in quarters. Couldn't make it rain on a girl, but I could sure make it hail just ping! Baby, you better duck. I wish I could talk to my 20-year-old self just once. Just be like, that girl you're seeing stole your social security card. Just so you know. She couldn't have. She smells like the ocean. You know what? You deserve everything that's coming your way. Okay, can I live with you? Later. I'm not sure how I made it out of my early 20s. When my mother forgets a word, she is the queen of coming up with new words. Oh, hey, how was the park? Oh, we went on the slides, and Marco was at home, and Dylan wasn't even there, and I don't know where my mom was. Okay, how about you just tell me everybody who was at the park instead of every single person who wasn't, since that's obviously really emotional for you. You're right. Stacy was there, and her eyes are blue, but her shoes are green. That does sound suspicious. And do you even know what the first color you saw was? Because Stacy said it was blurple, and I was like, bitch, you don't even know what you're talking about. Oh, she's a liar too. That's a hard day at the office. Yeah, and I almost forgot. Nice to meet you. I'm your sister, but all right. This has been an illuminating conversation for me. Thank you. When my mother forgets a word, she is the queen. I made a painting of the family. I'm not in this painting. It's just you and your mother. Oh, I like you. I just don't know that you're family. What? Why not? I don't know. I didn't think we were close like that. I'm your father. Okay, now I know you feel that way. Do you like the painting? No, it hurts my feelings. Always with your feelings. No, it's fine. I'm fine. Who's this guy on the left? Oh, you wouldn't know him. But he's family. Do you have something you need to say? No, it's fine. I'm gonna take this. Give it back. There, I just added me to the picture real quick. I made a painting. Grandma, can I ask you something? Of course. I think I got us a new board game so we can play as a family. Okay, how do we play? Oh, it's simple. First, I will roll a 60-sided die inside my mind. Whoever guesses the number first begins. This is boring. No, there's a lot of possibilities. For example, if you land in the wah-wah space, the game will begin again in reverse. My bedtime's in like 15 minutes. No, it's okay. I already called you out of school tomorrow. Feels a little complicated, especially for the kid. Oh, should I fetch a little Monopolio for you? Are you a little polio boy? No. Now, the school just called. You're in big trouble, young lady. Oh, please, what could have happened? You fail a test? You get in a fight on the playground? She's been embezzling school funds. She's been what? Her teacher said the authorities don't have to get involved. They just want their money back. This has to be a misunderstanding. I mean, she's 7. The worst thing she's ever done is cheat at Candyland. Candyland taught me the thrill of getting away with it. You know, they said they didn't suspect anything until you came to school dressed head to toe in Gucci. Don't they know she's a child? I mean, she didn't know any better. Why would you do this? You took away my tablet, and I had an unforeseen amount of free time. This is about the tablet again? I told you it's bad for your brain. And I told you you'd be sorry. The school just called. Look how cute she's napping. She's looking snug como un bug en un rug. She's looking what? Oh, I'm learning a few more English phrases to better express myself. I think you were okay without them. If you don't like it, you can make like a tree and go like this. Wow. You know what? You know what? Keep going, because I love learning from you. So tell me what else you know. Oh, mira, an apple a day makes it so we don't have to pay for her health insurance anymore. Have you not been paying for her health insurance? I was, until I heard about the handy-dandy apple trick. And mira, she looks so peaceful. She looks like she's gonna be sleeping with the fishes tonight. She might if we don't pay for her health insurance. Look how cute she's. Dad, I think I sinned. Don't worry if you sinned or not. You're going to hell no matter what you do. Am I that bad? You're just wrong on the inside. Mira, there's no fixing that. Okay, don't talk to her like that. What? I'm joking. Look at us. We're having a great time. Anytime I hang out with a kid, they always have some secret they need to come tell me. And I don't have the heart to be like, kid, that intel is garbage. Did you guys have some sad birthdays? Because I know my parents tried their best, but somehow my birthdays were still like this. I come here, I got you a present. It's a video game machine. It's called The Us. I've never heard of that. You can use it to play sports. Wait, do you mean that you got a Wii? Common misconception. The Wii is made by Nintendo, but the US is made by Nintendo don't. Okay, but it still plays sports like tennis and bowling. Oh, it comes with all types of sports. Like, for example, it comes with a P90X video that somebody recorded over a little bit, but it's still really good. Okay, I don't want this. It can also track your heart rate for fitness. Well, I guess more accurately, it's tracking somebody's heart rate. We don't know who. It's a mystery, but you can wake up every morning and see if they died. Does it have any other sports? It's got a Sudoku puzzle, but I'm pretty sure somebody filled half of it in, and that half is wrong. Did you guys have some sad birthdays? Because I didn't like homework or school as a kid. I preferred things like super gluing my shoes to the floor in class. But when I would do homework, it would go like this. Dad, can you help me with my homework? I don't know how to spell frightening. How far did you get into the word? I got to Okay, it's Frig. Wait, it's getting a little tricky. Let me get a pen and paper. Okay, let's see. Frightening. I gotta wait for me a little bit. Frightening. Where are you going? What are you doing? I'm helping the kids spell frightening. Well, it sounds like the battery for your pen is dying. Give it to me. Try it now. Guys, I think I'm just gonna turn it in spelled wrong. No, if you stop now, you never know. You could have been like the next Shakespeare, you know? Romeo. Where you go? Oh, mira, come here. I'll see a rose by any other name. You could call it Dave. Maybe I'll just use another word for frightening. Spooky would work pretty good. I didn't like homework or school as a kid. I'm a lesbian and I'm married, and my wife really wants a kid. And I don't have the heart to tell her that what we're doing is it's not gonna make one. Still, this is what it looks like when I babysit children. I'm not proud that I stoop to the same trickery as a 6-year-old, but it is what it is. I want to play superheroes. Okay, what kind of superpowers do we have? Okay, I can talk to seals, and your parents are divorced. That's not even in the format of a superpower. You know what? I have emotional strength because of adversity. That's my power. No, you're just sad because they told you yesterday and it's your fault. Look, you either give me a superpower that's equal to yours or I'm not playing. Okay, I have a unicorn that fixes friendships and you just realize that you can't make rent this month because you're poor. Fine, I stole your unicorn for rent money and I sold it to the glue factory. They're gonna turn him into that sparkle glue. No, you can't because I'm the smartest princess in the world and you don't even know. I went to Disneyland without you, yeah, and I told Elsa that you're the worst princess. You have a crumbling economy because you don't have any foresight. That's not even true. This is what it looks like when I baby. Listen, I know it's July, I know. But I made you Halloween shirts and I'm not apologizing for my beliefs. This one right here, ooh, lesbians. When I would have breakfast with my parents, they would turn the whole thing into my Comedy Central roast. And it went a little something like this. Ay, mira, it's a bagel seed. I think I'm gonna plant it and grow the biggest bagels. Those are Cheerios. I know you know that. Let your mother live her life. You took enough already. Si, no mas. Sorry, I can't. These words you come up with. It's too early. Oh, you making fun of my words? You know, you sound like the monkey from Tarzan. All right, no, don't lie to me. You don't see me complaining about your shubadu-da-ba-da-du-ba-doo. Wait, no, I don't actually sound like Turk from Tarzan, do I? Mira, Turk is not important, okay? You gotta respect your mother, no matter what words she comes up with. Okay, well, can you tell her to stop ordering porksicles when we go out for dinner at least? Ooh, what's a porksicle? Oh, it's just ribs. Oh, so you are messing with me. You know they're called ribs. No, I meant it's like a pork xylophone. I never heard of ribs before. When I would have How did you guys emotionally bond with your parents? Because for me, it went a little something like this. You need to start emotionally connecting with your kids. I show an incredible emotional range. You know, hat to the front, happy. Hat to the back, disappointed. All they have known is your hat to the back. All I have known is my hat to the back. Okay, now take that emotion and emotionally connect with your daughter. Okay. How is the oil in your car? It's good. Okay, take an interest. All right. What happened to that boy you were dating, huh? Well, I'm married to a woman now. I haven't dated a boy since like 6th grade. Has it been that long since I checked in on you? What's happening, guys? I just wanted to let you know that I'm here for you emotionally and that we all support you, except for the dog, who thinks what you're doing is an abomination. My parents always mean well, but when it came to emergency situations growing up, this is how they would handle them. Mom, I hurt my arm. I can't move it. Ay, let me check. Can you go like this? No. I'm calling 911. Hello? Send the ambulance, quick. They hung up. Amor, it's not a ambulance if it's a real emergency. What happened? I was trying to see how long I could jump on one foot, but I fell. So not very long. You need some friends. Would you be my friend, Dad? I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't want to do that. You have to be her friend. She's your daughter. Okay, what are we gonna do when we hang out, huh? Jump on one foot? She's not very good at it. Okay, sorry kid, you're not gonna make it to the Olympics. She could go. They could use her for reference, you know? She could run all the races, show everybody what it looks like when you don't train at all. Listen, if you pick that as a career, I'm gonna be very upset. You know what? I think my arm is fine. Can I go now, please? Oh, so we could have used the ambulance. My parents always mean well, but when I first came out as a lesbian to my dad, he was extremely supportive, maybe a little bit confused. He was like, Mija, it looks like you threw me for a loop and now you are going to grow up to be a papi. Dad, that is not what that means. I know it was unforeseen, but it's cool because I was really running out of things to talk to you about. Loving a dog is a little strange because I have to understand truly in my heart that, yeah, he may love me, but if he were ever able to understand English or comprehend any sort of like barter system, he would absolutely try to trade me for Pop-Tarts. Loving a dog. When my mother forgets a word, she is the queen of coming up with new words. She's not gonna... Why is it that as humans, when we do something and it isn't just perfect, like, for example, I just hung up some pictures over there, and they were a little crooked, and my first thought was, oh, I guess I'm just gonna live like that forever. I'm just gonna be upset that those are crooked forever. I don't know why my first thought isn't just, fix it real quick, just... Why is it that as humans, when we do something... So are you ready to go back in? What do you mean? Pride Month is ending. We gotta go back in the closets. I don't think that's how Pride works. Oh, you must be new. Okay, so June is Pride Month, right? But every other month is just like, take it back month. But I was just starting to be happy being me for the first time. Wah! The Great Gay Migration is starting. We gotta go find warmer closets to last till next summer. Okay, sure. How do I know where to go? Oh, easy. Just find a pride parade, start at the end, walk it backwards, straight into the closet. And what are we all gonna do back in the closet? Well, not much. It's mainly just that sad song from Toy Story 2 playing, just like, when somebody loved me. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I don't Well, you can't just be gay all the time. What if you become more gay than human? I think I'm just gonna be a person and see how that works. You should get some help. So are you ready to go back in? When and if this generation gets older, we are going to be some strange old people. Our grandkids are going to run up to us and be like, Grandma, I heard you lived through a pandemic. How did it start? And we'll be like, well, Billy, turns out it all started because someone forgot to carry Madame Zeroni up the mountain. Oh my God, Grandma. Maybe they'll find us in the backyard with a shovel and be like, Grandma, what are you doing? I'm burying toilet paper so we can last through the winter. I'm going to wake up Billy at like 3 a.m. and be like, Billy, what color is this dress? It's gold and it's white. Billy, get out. Grandma, what religion are we? Billy, we don't need religion. Lil Nas X defeated the devil via lap dance, as the prophecy foretold. When and if... Being an adult is so goddamn boring. I just need some drawers so my shit isn't on the floor. I wanted these drawers, you know, easy peasy, lemon drawers. But these are $100, which means that the drawer I can afford is this drawer. I'm so sick of it. Being an adult is... I grew up in Puerto Rico watching the Harry Potter movie.
Add random videos and let the sound auto sync to romanticize your life.
When my mother forgets a word, she's the queen. My brother is a pilot. And I am a TikToker. And all that means is I hate family dinners. Because my parents will ask my brother, you know, how was work? And he'll be like, well, I flew through the air again. Beautifully. Because of my amazing skill set. And I was I tell my brother all the time that he stole my coming out moment. And this is why. I was scared to come out to my family when I was a teenager because I didn't know how they'd react, right? But luckily, I was driving to dinner with my parents and my brothers once. And my little brother, who was about 8 at the time, said, I can't believe that there was a point when we were all just like singing